As effing usual, while trying to put my phone in a stand, it fell on the floor, so the video ended. Brilliant. So everything I've filmed up until this point is on another video, which none of you are going to bother watching. Because A, you don't know it's there because YouTube don't promote it, and B, you don't bother watching them. So we'll start again. I've just dressed a podger bar so I can get the bearings out of this wheel. And that was in the previous video. Right, so yeah, back to the bit. I can't see what I'm doing. You'll have to just see if I'm doing it or just go and watch some idiot jumping off a brick wall. So I've dressed the end so it's nice and straight. There's a nice clean edge. Now what you need to do now is drop the bar in, feel the bearing at the other side. Once you've felt it on this side, you're now pushing the bar that way to keep the bottom end hooked onto the bearing. Move your hand down a bit, and what will happen is it will keep skipping past the bearing until you get the sweet spot. You might not get the sweet spot. I'm certainly not getting it right now. But perseverance and a hammer that the head doesn't fall off of will get you what you're looking for. Get that end out of the way. Eventually, and you'll be able to knock that bearing out. Right, I'm just gonna chuck a rag under there. Now, depending on what you're using to whack it with, you may, knock the sharp edge off, in which case just rotate it around till you get a new sharp edge. But as you can see, after a few choice whacks with a hammer, out come your bearings. Right, these were copiously greased up the last time I done this job. And if I just put that over there like that, it's probably going to whack the stand right now, and that'll be the end of this video. Right, let me see if I can get this clack off my hands. I haven't really thought about what to do next. But basically, it was something along the lines of replace that steel spacer and the outer steel spacers with some stuff what I done made at home. Here be two of them. We want the one that goes in the middle now. You're a beast. Look, found myself a brake caliper as well while I was in there. It's amazing what I can get in my bag, so I come over here. What else have we got? Wow, some Husqvarna glasses. And that'd be a... I better put that... Oh God, I better put that flat, or she'll put a bloody go over on top. Let me just chuck it over there. Already 400 gasket set. Some catnip. I like this. Sneeze! Right then, back outside. And they just happen to be the right size. That's bloody handy, wasn't it? Right. So, they're going back in. And that's going in the scrap bin. Centralise your spacer before whacking the bearing right home. And whack the bearing right home. And push your seal back in. Right, the other thing I'm going to look at is this rear brake on this bike was it wasn't very efficient yesterday, even though it's got new pads. The sliding pins, they're not stuck at all. They're going to get a service because, like, when you take whoa, I'm falling over here. When you take stuff out, you want to service these sliding pins because the brake efficiency goes right down the toilet if you don't. So we're going to do that. Also, the chain adjuster bolts, there is a hole underneath here. It's a bloody water vent hole, but there's also an ingress hole. So if you ride in water, water's going to get in there and on the threads on the other side, that bolt. So when you've got all the rear end out like this, take those bolts out and clean them up. You'll regret it if you don't. What else do we need to do? Oh, I've got a funny feeling. Oh yeah, look at that.